beautiful. We hope you're doing so well. This is your boy Onkabetse Mokwape, officially known as Hazard. Now we bring to you Hazard Uncovered, first episode, season 1, whereby we're going to be it's going to be me as the host and also our co-host Ruan today. How are you doing, my brother?
No, all good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well, man. I'm just happy to be launching this new establishment and just want to keep it going, just so that we get to serve good energy, especially about what we specialize with, which is trading. You understand? Give people further education about being educated, them getting to understand the blueprint, not just the blueprint, but literally trading information that prepares themselves, especially when you're talking about aspiring traders or people that are actually trying to find their edge or having interest but they don't know what to start. You're just trying to make every single thing much more easy for them and much more understandable, just so that they get to know the ups and downs of challenges or every single thing that trading comes with. You understand? Not just for them to be exposed to something that they don't really have any form of a starting point from. You understand? So we get to present ourselves as people that have been in the game for a long time, literally have our own experience, and we're just trying to create a something, a better platform for every single one to join every single day.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think the key thing, once again, obviously you approached me and said, let's do the podcast, and I'm always all in for podcasts. Yeah. It's quite a simple reason.
Yeah.
I think the Forex industry always just pushes to let's talk about lifestyle, money, all those things. Yeah. But I think more traders starting podcasts is good. And the reason for that is it also not only taps into the industry, but also into the mindset of the individual. And I think what a lot of people is going to see in this podcast is obviously your mindset and how you tap in your work rate. And obviously it just comes naturally when you talk about things like this. Yeah. I think obviously we've known each other now for about 2-3 months.
Definitely.
2-3 months. So we're obviously getting there. But I think the cool thing about this first episode is we don't know everything about each other. Exactly. So I think the question that I've actually never asked you is, how did you actually get into trading? Like, what made you get into trading back in the day? Were you just sitting there and thought, I saw someone on Instagram and you thought, let me start this trading thing?
Yeah. So every single thing started, as a dream. You understand? I once got to be interested in trading in a sense whereby we all get to be driven to start trading because of most important, the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Every single thing seeming to be possible, every single thing seeming to be flashy, and every single, you understand? So it all happened back then in 2020, where we were boxed in sort of what you call COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah.
So obviously, in a way, COVID was a blessing in disguise because of it. Really got to bring out hustlers. It really got to bring out, people, starting hustles and every single thing, because of obviously you wouldn't be home every single day of your life, not doing anything. Instead, you're trying to start something just so that you can also build some form of a potential within yourself and start something. So to me, I felt like it was actually much more of a blessing in disguise that, we got to encounter something that we call COVID, because of it really got to redirect my energy from school into something that I can at least self-educate myself with of insurance trading, instance. So obviously it all started whereby, I was going to into YouTube and started seeing people living lavishly off, trading. And obviously I got to, develop the interest, but I didn't know where to start. And yes, that my journey was a really tough journey because, I would never really say that I had someone that I'd say got to give me, I don't know if I should say the blueprint or the guidance that I should follow in terms
like
of,
a mentor,
Basically, I would say that when I had started, you understand? So every single thing I had to learn, and through pain, because of any form of mistake that you get to maintain from trading, it seems to be a loss to you because of what? Even if you get to deposit any form of an amount, if you get to encounter a loss, it's pain, you understand? So every single thing I had to learn it from the bottom of my heart. I had to learn it from the bottom, and every single thing, any form of education, any form of anything that you can mention. But I'm really happy about myself because I really got to see the strength that I have within myself. When I start something, it really got to show me that in life, you don't really have to, look up to someone. You don't really have to have someone by your side in terms of you getting to start something. It's that you're having the power within yourself to make any form of a thing, possible. But it's all about time.
Yeah,
you understand? Perfect timing, and obviously you all know that God's timing is always perfect. You understand? So immediately God sees that every single day of my life, when I wake up to something like this, studying, and every single through good times and bad times, but literally having it inside of my heart and also praying about it. Now, I never knew that obviously one of the good days would end up being like this, you understand?
look, it's a blessing. I think COVID teaches us a lot. I think for a lot of people, I think that's actually the crazy thing. If you think about it, like 2020 was the cruelest year for a lot of people. Where for me, I think that was one of the biggest discovery years of my personal life as well. And I think once again, listening to your story, same for you as well. Because you're sitting there and seeing companies close down, you're seeing the markets crashing, you're seeing everything, the world basically going up in flames. And I can't think that people can come out of COVID, sitting in your house for 4 or 5 months, and you can't think, I need to build something for myself.
Definitely.
At my company, like it's just, once again, if things goes good, I'm there. If things goes bad, I'm gone.
You're gone,
And that's just how unstable life is. And I mean, what we're seeing now, the market crash we currently have is bigger than COVID.
Definitely.
And it's just disguised under all these tariffs and wording and all that. We had a bigger market crash this week than we had in 2008. It wasn't a flash crash, but it's still a market crash. And it's the same thing. I think for me, 2020 made a lot of millionaires.
Yeah,
obviously,
definitely.
a lot of people, especially middle class, went down to lower class. And I think the middle class almost disappeared. But I think the biggest lesson, once again, we need to take is that is the opportunity for you to see that nothing is guaranteed in life. Like everything can be taken away from you. And you need to be ready, either with savings, backup plans, investments, or whatever it might be to carry yourself. And I think that comes down to that conversation that I always have. If you know your monthly expenses is 30,000 Rand. And you have 30,000 Rand in your bank account. You're 1 month away from bankrupt. And it's so important, especially for the younger guys, especially Forex traders. I mean, we see them always. It's about buying the cars, the watches, the Louis Vuitton jackets.
Living lavishly.
But there's no backup. You can't sell that Louis Vuitton jacket for even half of the price that you bought it for.
Immediately when you start wearing it, like, the value depreciates.
100%.
Now, it's more like a cloth that you have in your own hands. And, the more you wear it, the more the value of it goes down. And it's more like a thing that you can actually call materialistic. You can't really do much about it.
And I think that's how the industry has been pushed to. Like, it's this narrative of like, I get it. Like, once again, enjoy your money. Like, I'm not one that I enjoy my money. I'll still spend, buy new shoes and do my thing. But it still comes down to plan ahead. Like, it's once again, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you're building something on the side. And I think people always say, I don't have the time. And then 2020, you sat in the house for 4 months. You didn't read a book. You didn't try something else. And you're still complaining every single day about your life, about how bad the economy is, how expensive things are. But I think you're a product of showing what hard work can do when you're at your lowest.
Definitely. And I think with people in today's life, it's all about, we as people, we try to make something, we try to make something out of nothing. When you get to see yourself making something out of nothing, it literally says much about who you are. But a lot of people, they're trying to make, something out of no form of input, you understand? Of energy, something like that. People are not willing to put in the effort in any form of an endeavor. We're not literally talking about trading, but in any form of any, you understand? But they're still wishing for the best. I mean, I can pray all my life. I can pray every single day of my life. But if I'm not doing anything about my life, then I can never be helped about anything. You understand?
No, that's the funniest thing, Trump, interrupting you. It's one thing that I always talk about. It's like when you pray for something. And then God gives it to you. And then you're like, now I can sit back and relax. Where it's like, for me, I'm the opposite. Like if something's, I'll pray for opportunity, for example. And then when it pops up, I'll be like, now I need to show up. Like, there is part, now I need to do my part. And I think that's what people don't understand is.
And it's a
two-way street.
It is a two-way street, you understand? And I mean, God only helps people that can also be at a stage of helping themselves, you understand? I can pray for, better days when I'm not even doing anything about my life, you understand? At least I should be on about something. I should be, directing my energy. I should be directing my abilities to something, you understand? Just so that when I wake up in the morning, I have, something that wakes me up instead of me getting to force myself, you understand? So the problem about people today is that they're forcing themselves to pretend as in like, we want it all on a pedestal without even getting to apply the input in terms of whatever that we trying to get, you understand? Is a problem because of now we looking forward on being independent You understand? On any form of a thing that we can make, because of like today, life is no longer the way it used to be. You understand? It's getting harder and harder every single day, especially when you're even doing anything about it. So it's always important to understand first and foremost, doing a self introspection about your life. How's my life like? How am I defining my life? Is it am I defining it in much more of a better way, or am I defining it in much more of a way whereby, okay, I'm making mistakes with that and that, but how can I rectify it? And then from there, when you find a way forward, you can look forward into maybe venturing into something, yes, then something where you can direct your time and energy and attention to. From there, you can maybe build a living for yourself. And then when you build it, obviously, brighter days won't just come from day one. Yes, then you need to work your way up, and most importantly, including God in every single thing that you do. I think also that's the most beautiful thing, or the most amazing thing about every single thing. Yes, that not just allowing yourself to do every single thing without including Christ, because it's always important for you to do something, and also including God with it. And from there, definitely,
I think that's
to come.
That's the one thing that people don't get. For me, I think it's like I believe a lot in law of attraction.
Yeah.
I think if you put things out into the world, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
Just a simple real life experience. Yesterday I was sitting, and I get home and I'm on the phone with one of my guys. Let's just say that, and I'm like, yeah, man, I've been pushing for this deal. She's not replying, but she's gonna reply. Then straight, it's sorted. It's through.
Okay.
Just as we're on the phone.
Yeah.
She sends me a WhatsApp. She's like, "Oh, we're meeting tomorrow morning at 11 to close the deal."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's literally how life works out. Like I think it comes back to the same thing. Like a lot of people, especially with, let's say, a full-time job, like they always sit and they think, okay, well, I'm not good at something. I don't know where to start or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, the key thing that I found is try new things.
Yeah, definitely.
Start a social media course.
Yeah.
Like for no reason whatsoever, start a social media course. I promise you, opening a new alley will open a new door. Because at the end of the day, that's how it works. If you're walking in one hallway the whole time, it's going to be the same doors over and over. Just change your direction. Yeah. Try new things. Like maybe you like editing. Yeah. Maybe you become good at editing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many ways in today's world. Like we spoke about the YouTube automation.
Yeah.
Not something that I don't have the patience to sit and edit. But it's something we're seeing, guys, once again. And I think this is such a funny story. Like the guy that I told you about that does YouTube automation, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has 3 of the 100K plaques.
Yeah.
Okay. That means he's accredited. I'll say if you can reach hundreds of thousands of subscribers 3 times, that's you know what you're doing. And then I pushed him to sell courses on that because actually I wanted the course.
Yeah.
Then he created the course, he gave it to me. I'm like, man, this is insane.
Yeah.
And then he started selling it. Now he's making TikTok content. And then everyone's like, yeah, why would you charge 7,500 if you're so successful?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like he's literally showing his numbers.
Yeah.
How much money he's making. And I think with traders, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think with mentors in the space, for example, you need to find someone that you relate to mindset-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, their skill needs to be there. You need to understand and know that they are good and profitable traders. I'm not talking about profitable making R1 million on a demo account. I'm talking about profitable in the sense of they can achieve consistency over a long period of time. Yeah. And then obviously you need to relate to the mindset. And I think that's one thing that I want to ask you is, obviously we've only known each other for 3 months. Definitely. So I didn't know you pre-2020.
Yeah.
So did you always have this mindset of growing up, of hustling, grinding, or did 2020 change you into becoming this person?
I think 2020 came as a year whereby my mind shifted. I used to believe so much in school. I used to, basically, should I call it the education system?
Yeah.
I used to believe in it so much. But when I started trading, I read a lot about, besides trading, I read a lot about the business side, a lot about, schooling. Obviously, schooling is important. Education is important, but it doesn't determine who you could be in the next 5 years, 10 years. You understand? You could literally finish a whole degree. You could graduate, but still remain unemployed. You understand? So my mind really shifted from being invested or highly invested in education into towards, developing entrepreneurship in my mind, or entrepreneurship or skillful qualities that I can literally make use of in terms of also helping and assisting as much people as I can, because of now I'm not literally learning trading or mastering trading in a sense where I want to make money. I want to use this as a source of also creating opportunities for people. If not opportunities for people, helping people so that they can also unlock their true potential within whatever that they specialize in, especially training, because of what I'm using the gateway that literally got to, gave me this kind of a life in terms of assisting or helping as much people as I can. And I believe it all goes back to entrepreneurship. Not even allowing it to be a thing whereby if I can literally see that you need as much help as you need, I could literally be there for you. But obviously sometimes they will all say that, education within something comes with a cost, but people don't really believe it. It's more like a thing whereby they thinking that, oh no, since all you're making money, why should you put a specific price to it? You understand? But sometimes people don't really understand that you also had to dig deeper, deeper in terms of you getting to find that key knowledge and education in terms of you getting to see yourself unlock that door that really get you like shine on you every single day, even today, as you are. You understand in the present moment. So people don't really understand it. They all want, as I also told you, people are just lazy. They just want every single thing on a pedestal. You understand? So my mind got to shift from believing that education would give me life, or let me just say the education system. If I follow to university, graduate, get a job, and then that's it. That's not what I've set for myself. You understand? I carried the business mindset till today. I still carry it because of I believe that when you are business minded, you have the key to every single thing in the world. You understand? You have the power towards, I'm creating opportunity, not just looking at for the fact that you just want to be wealthy, you want to be rich, but you can literally see yourself unlocking doors in a sense where we are changing more like the country's situation towards being something better. Obviously, I had this other code that I created that it's pending. I'm still pending. No matter what I achieve, no matter what I get in life, I am still pending because of what I'm still a student of the game. I'm still a student of anything that I do. No matter if I get to be a billionaire, I'll still be a student. No matter if I get to be a millionaire, I'll still be a student of any form of a thing. Yes, then what I said is that no one in the world can ever hate me or not like me because I really got good intentions. I'm trying to change the country's situation. There's a code that I created, you understand? But it's just the thing whereby, I was just feeling good about myself. But something is always good for you as a person to feel good about yourself, you understand? So my mind shifted into towards thinking differently. Let me just say thinking differently and towards, the way I am moving right now because of what I really got to see the impact and the benefit of the way I had to shift my mindset towards the way I think every single day I wake up in the morning. Yes, then I think in the business mind. I no longer think in a mind of revolving around my life around education. Education is good, mind you, not putting any bad name towards it, you understand? But I believe that we as people, we move differently. There are people that base their life or see potential in education and they believe that it's a gateway of them getting to reach to the success that they want. But we have people that are business minded because of what it's literally a thing whereby they see the ambition within them in that kind of in which I got to see and I got to literally calculate all the reasons why am I choosing this kind of a pattern or this kind of a way of creating a life for myself, you understand? And I had every single right in terms of me saying that even if I can go broke today, I'll still be business minded because of what sometimes it takes 5 years, 10 years in order for you to get that one door to open up. So immediately when that one door gets to open up, you are set for a lifetime. There's no going back. So people don't really understand that no matter how much time your hustle or your business might take, you just only need that one opportunity or that one day, or not to say day, that one chance or opportunity in order for you to change every single thing. 5 years of learning or mastering something can reward you or can let me just say reward you in towards a day of what? A day of success. And a day of success gives you a lifetime of freedom with your life. By just, dedicating, literally let me just say 45 years or even more than that, you can never determine how much time it might take for you or your hustle to mature. But for as long as your hustle can take as much as it can take to mature, once you get to hit that pinnacle, there's no going back.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's about finding what you love then whether it be Forex, once again, whatever it might be, just finding what you love and just dedicating yourself to it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, like we'll sit with Keaton, for example, and analyze.
Yeah, sure.
I look at a chart and I'll say, I think it's going to go today and sell.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, how do you know it? Like, what's your analysis? And I'm like, look, man, if you've been as dedicated as I have been for the past 10 years, like, you'll understand. Like, it becomes an obsession to know what you're doing, know what's going on, always being in that specific mindset.
Absolutely.
And then one thing that you said that you're a good guy and I want to relate on you. That's unfortunately, that's the thing about the world, man. Like, you spend time with me. I haven't asked you for anything. I haven't asked you, use this broker, do this, whatever. I told you, man, look, I'm here to help you. You're a well-driven person. I appreciate your hard work. You always show up. And I think that's the key difference in this world today. When you work hard and you obviously push towards something, people will hate on you. And it's just that simple thing of you're different than them. And
Absolutely.
It's always going to come, man. But at the end of the day, once again, when people hate on you, do your thing. Like, at the end of the day, you can't control people's opinions. When I was getting into the industry, the reason I left the education space like 6 years back and all that was because of that. Like, it's not because of the hate towards me, but because of the hate in the industry. Like, for me, it was just like it got too much, and I didn't want to be part of 40-year-old men talking bad about 22-year-old traders and all that. Like, I mean, just
it's always the case.
like, mind your business, do your thing. Like, if you feel that someone isn't providing as much value as you, I mean, then once again, people are going to choose who they're going to choose. It's the same thing. If you ask me, do I think robots will make you money? I'm going to tell you no. That's my opinion. That will always be my opinion. But am I going to go to every single guy selling a robot and tell him he's a scam? No. Because I can't prove that it's a scam. I understand. And I really, to be honest, I don't care. Like, I don't care if that robot works. If I wanted to buy it, then I care if that robot works. If I don't want to buy it, like, why will I spend 2 hours of my day searching for guys that sells robots? It's the same thing with classes and all these things. Like, I think the industry just became to that point where it was just about who can I hate on next. And that was the reason for me leaving the education. And I do believe, once again, the industry is at least relaxing now again, getting to a point where there's a lot of things happening. But the one thing that I really truly believe is there's a big space and opportunity for young guys like yourself to come through again. Because at the moment, everyone is on the same wavelength. This is my personal opinion. Everyone in the industry, 99% of them are on the same wavelength, where everyone is pushing the same thing, same product, same approach, same way. Where no one is talking anymore about the psychology of trading, about daily habits, about success, about business, about entrepreneurship. Everyone is just on the same train, and they keep running on that train, where I believe what you're trying to do is you're trying to stay in your lane and do your thing.
Most important.
And it's not easy, because once again, it becomes lonely being in your lane. But once again, if you're committed to your craft, you stay in your lane and you do what you love every single day, you'll achieve success.
Definitely, bro.
And I think that's the most important part, is sticking true to your character, to you as a person, and then mind the outside world. Because, I mean, you'll reach that same level where you're pushing this hard, you're doing it legit, you're not doing anything outside the guidelines, if I can put it that way. Then you'll see someone pushing the limits, going outside the guidelines, and they'll achieve much quicker than you. But also, that is a demotivating thing for a lot of people. Where a guy outside the guidelines are achieving way faster success. But you need to understand that's temporary success. That's temporary money. That's not a longevity. And I think that's one question that I have for you as well is, obviously now you're young, you're a trader, you're getting into the mentorship, education side of things. But what's the end goal for you? There's the end goal for you just Forex trading? Is the end goal for you businesses, entrepreneurship, building businesses? What's your end goal?
Most importantly, I'm going to start with my craft, trading. My end goal of trading is, obviously, even today, as I see myself, being consistently profitable, it'll still be a goal. I want to see myself, and I still want to see myself being consistently profitable on the charts, you understand? Meaning, it also comes with more time and more dedication to the craft, because of I know where every single thing started, and I know that I'm still going, you understand? Not even a single day I shall ever give up on this kind of a thing, because it has given me life. It has showed me, any form of thing. I've been through every single thing, so I have a story to tell, and I also have, good moments where I got to say, I'm really giving me a good life. You understand? Most importantly, I'm also doing it for the people, the society. You understand? It's not only about me, as I also told you, as I was still, within my, trading journey, pushing every single thing, even if it was hard. It then got to be a thing where I developed the love of helping people and assisting people. Because of I'm trying to build a community whereby I have a specific number of people that I could also say that this is my real success. Apart from me living a good life, me changing someone's life is the real success. Something that I really wake up to every single day and say that it's always my intention to change people's lives. But literally, changing a single person's life is something that I always wanted to imagine, especially with my craft. You understand? Because a lot of people trying so much to build a good life for themselves, but they don't really have, that good connection. What I went through can never be something that another person goes through. You understand? The struggle that I've went through I can never associate it with another person's struggle because of what. Yes, it was hard for me, but that doesn't determine how hard I should also make it for another person of which I will work differently. The kind of pain I've turned it into something good. You understand?
100%.
Of changing people's lives. You understand? So the end goal is to help as much people as I can, because it really got to change the whole dynamic that I had of trading. That because if I had it hard, I should make it hard for as much people as I can. And also, I'm willing to venture into multiple business because I feel like, trading gave me a perspective of venturing into business. So basically this wasn't only just, a trading career for myself, but it really got to, develop that business mind whereby I'm going to be fully, invested in business and trying so much to, just to flow every single thing as much as I can, because, I'm so in love with, being an entrepreneur and also creating job opportunities for people. Hence, I also told you about my quote, you can never hate me, you can never allow yourself to not like me because of what I really got good intentions, and good intentions determined by what? Trying to change the country's, situation as much as, obviously I can't really change the whole country, but, trying to help as much people as I can. Just so you can also, have my own story to tell, but not only literally looking at the story to tell, but, when I go to bed or when I wake up in the morning, say that now, at least I also have a part. At least I have a part in terms of helping that kind of a person, and I believe that will give me joy and other than happiness.
Look, man, you can't change everyone's lives, as you know as well, and it's not down to yourself; it's down to them. A lot of people don't want to change, but I think it's a thing that's fulfilled me. You've seen how many people just pop in here. I'm not paying them; they're not paying me. They're not clients of ours. It's just people that I randomly meet at places. I don't know how I find a lot of these people, but then I'll help them back on their feet. Or once again, it's not things that I film. And you've seen the other guy that came here the other day with his girlfriend, for example.
Oh yeah, David.
So for example, him, man, like he's a guy who was down and out, and I'm helping him get back on his feet.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not a thing of he pays me or anything, obviously, mate. But just a thing, and not just with trading. I'm helping him get on track with life, everything, helping him with opportunities. And I think that's one thing that doesn't matter how tired I am, how busy I am, I always make time for those things. It's just something that once again fulfills me, and I think for you as well. And I think it's just always make sure once again you show up, because it's not easy. Try being a caring person. It's not easy. It becomes draining sometimes. And I think my best advice, I'm only 29, I'm not 58, but I think my best advice in terms of that, just remember to take care of yourself. I think that's my biggest problem is I take care of everyone around me in the world, but I never take care of myself. I don't care how I feel mentally. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care anything in that sense. As long as everyone around me is okay, then I feel okay, which is not a good thing because you burn out. As you know, sometimes I just disappear for like a day or two. It's just I think if people always ask me about that, so I'll push like 7 days a week as long as I can until I'm tired, and then I'll just take 2 days off. Like it's at the end of the day, we're still young, we still have it in us, we have that fire, we have that energy, and the opportunities happens in your 20s. And I think you're seeing it now at the moment, and you're realizing like this is your time and this is why you're pushing. And I think, just wish you best of luck with everything, man. Like it's an honor to be your guest host on the show.
Definitely, brother. has uncovered. We're closing up every single thing. Beautiful Bill, I just want to say thank you for tuning in as I'm having my guy here. I'm Ruan, my co-host, and as I'm your host, just closing up every single thing, you understand, and really hope that you are going to stay tuned for more and more episodes as we are closing up every single thing right now. With me, just closing up every single thing. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for you, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really good one.